like, you know, I have never, and I know everybody in the world think their vagina is the best, gushiest vagina ever out there, okay? Hey y'all, welcome back to Aries Routines. Today's video is going to be completely different. It's not a routine, but it is hygiene based. So today's video is going to be about boric acid, the do's, the don'ts, and the whys and why nots. Y'all stay tuned. So I do want to just start off this video by saying I am not a medical professional or a healthcare professional in any way. And I say before you use anything, talk to your doctor, please. Like, pretty please let that be the one thing that you do, is communicate with your doctor. This may not be for you. And after I talk about it, like, it may not be for a lot of you. So I had to be the guinea pig. So boric acid suppositories are literally, they come in different shapes and sizes, but they are capsules that primarily look like just a regular capsule that you would take by mouth, but they are inserted into your vaginal canal. Once they're in there, you wait a couple of hours and they kind of melt out, and they are promoted or advertised as to balance your pH balance of your vagina, or geared towards women who have vaginal odor. The back of these bottles literally say for odor caused by menstruation, intercourse, and exercise. So this is the PhD brand. Then I have the Love and Wellness, the Killer brand, and it says perfect for balancing yeast and bacteria after sex, the last days of your period, and when you're dealing with vaginal odor. I also have the honey pot version of this. I have used all three, and I no longer use them. We will get into that in a little bit. But honey pot does not gear it towards anybody. Oh, yes they do. When to use? After sex, at the end of your cycle, for hormonal imbalances in your vagina. So they are geared towards vaginal odor, and that in itself is a problem. All of these have a reason for vaginal odor. So, like, we know sex can throw off your pH balance. We know, like, your period can throw off your pH balance and, like, things of that nature, right? But none of them should really be causing odor. Now, sex in itself, because you're introducing someone new or something new into that ecosystem of your vagina, it can definitely throw some things off, but that should not be a reoccurring issue. And if it is, then that is kind of like, okay, what's going on with him, which makes it a penis problem not a vagina problem. So that is one. Sex should not be causing odor continuously. And if it is, then we need to figure some things out at the doctor. And then two, your period. So I do know that some women experience kind of like a shift in their pH levels after their period because of the basic and acidic environments combining kind of thing. But your period should not stink. It should not have a foul odor. It shouldn't have any of that. It should smell like blood, and possible, like, if it's been sitting a long time, that can cause an odor. So blood and bacteria and just warmth, that is just a recipe for disaster, but it should not smell bad. And that is how I knew something was going on after I used these products, because I was like, something's not right. So yeah, like, keep that in mind. These things should not be stinking. Like, these things that they are promoting it towards, perfect for after or best use after, like, these things should not be making you stink. Vaginal odor can be caused by many things, a lot of things. It can be caused by infections. It can be caused by viruses. It can also be caused by your diet or lack of water, or so many things can cause vaginal odor. It is kind of insane that we have something that is geared towards helping with vaginal odor and not understanding the actual cause of it. So that in itself is concerning. If it doesn't concern you, I hope like the rest of this video will, like, you know, at least give you the honest truth about these things, because they are so geared towards women, and young women at that. We are putting things in our bodies that our bodies don't need. And I really want to say, like, before you do that, listen to this. So boric acid has some concerning properties. It has antiseptic properties and astringent properties in it. So the antiseptic properties, they're concerning in a sense, but it is also why it works. So antiseptic just means that it kills off bacteria. With that being said, antiseptic properties do not know which bacteria is good or which bacteria is bad. So it just kills everything off. If you've ever had BV and gone to a doctor for it, they give you a very, very strong antibiotic. That antibiotic is so strong that in turn, they usually give you an antibiotic for a yeast infection, because that antibiotic, and same with the boric acid, can kill off all of the good bacteria and all of the bad bacteria, which leaves you at a place where good or bad bacteria can be overgrowth. Either way, it's not fun. Either way, if it's good bacteria that's overgrown, it is still not good. That is what actually causes yeast infections. So that property is slightly concerning, but it is how it works. Because if you're taking away all bacteria, your vagina is not going to have any scent. It's not going to have any smell. And being completely transparent, I will say, does it help with vaginal scents and vaginal odors and things of that nature? For sure. For sure. It takes it away. It is literally called the killer for a reason. It literally, your vagina smells like nothing. But your vagina is supposed to, again, have a natural scent, have a natural musk to it. So it takes everything away. The problem is, for me and for numerous women I've spoken to, it takes it away for like 2 to 3 days. And then your smell comes back. Your natural smell comes back, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. But any concerning smell also returns. And for myself, when I had a period after using it, my period smelled. And I've never had that issue. So the astringent properties in boric acid is also concerning. And if you know what an astringent is, then you know why it's concerning. So an astringent's sole purpose is to dry out. If you ever use like an astringent on your face or things of that nature, it's literally to like maybe dry out acne or dry out pores or whatever. So why in the hell would I be putting something that sole purpose is to dry out in one of the places that is supposed to be wet or moist or whatever word you want to use? Why would I do that? You know, so that in itself is concerning to me. And in turn, what happens is the astringent can actually damage the mucus molecules or mucus membranes in your vaginal canal. So therefore, you're unable to get wet or, you know, things of that nature. Okay, so you're out here with a dry vagina, possibly. Of course, these are possible outcomes. So you're out here with a dry vagina, which in turn causes friction if you are, you know, getting busy, which in turn makes you more susceptible to getting STIs and STDs. So not worth it. But my little story time is I was sleeping with a new guy, and of course, like I think it's just natural to be concerned about your vaginal scent. I now love my vaginal scent, and I know when it's right and when it's wrong. Like, just that has come with me learning my body. But I was sleeping with this new guy, and I was like, okay, well, you know, I want to try something different and make sure it smells like nothing down there. So I did this, and I did it like 2 days before we had sex. And so then when we started, you know, whoop-de-wooing, like, I was like, this is different. It seemed like my vagina was a little bit like drier. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I was like, well, maybe I'm not turned on, maybe, you know, like whatever. And so then I was like, what did I do different? Because like it was becoming to a point where I was like, this is uncomfortable. And I mean, maybe it was him being well endowed or whatever, but I was like, you know, I have never, and I know everybody in the world think their vagina is the best, gushiest vagina ever out there, okay? I'm a part of that party because I know for a fact my mama did her thing on this thing, all right? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I have never in my life had that issue at all. So I was thinking, like, what did I do different? The only thing I changed was starting to use boric acid suppositories. My vagina shriveled on the fuck up, y'all. It was dry, a desert. And, like, I don't know, like, it got, you know, it was able to be penetration and all this and that. But, like, I was like, this is not what I'm used to. Like, there was friction, and so that in turn is proof. Like, y'all, it was not worth it. It was not worth it at all, because now I'm like, this man think my vagina is dry, and it's not. I got to prove it later on, because like, luckily he wasn't fucking superficial, but like, y'all, it dries out your vagina. It's so ghetto. Outside of the dryness, it can also cause irritation and discomfort and like vaginal tightness. Now, I think a lot of that does come from the actual drying effects that boric acid has. To me, it's not worth it. And I really wish I would have had more information or a video like this that actually explained what can happen. Everyone on YouTube, every Google article I was able to find were all positives, were never saying like what could really happen. They do have those like generic side effects, but they never like really go into detail about what is actually happening with your body. And that's concerning. Like, again, this is promoted so much to young women, and young women that don't really know much about themselves already. So why are we promoting this? And as women, why are we promoting this? Like, I think it's concerning. It's concerning. And does it work? Yes. Does it work? Yes. But do the benefits outweigh the bad? For me personally, no. For the women I have spoken to, no. And I see different creators just pushing boric acid, pushing it. And it's not worth it for me. And if you are having issues with your vagina where you feel the need to use boric acid on a regular basis, that is concerning in itself. That you need to go to the doctor and seek help for those issues, because there is no reason you should be having an odor of that magnitude where you feel like you need to use these products so much. Now, as you saw, I had used them. Mine wasn't that I was concerned with the smell, so this may be for somebody, like someone else's story. I wasn't really concerned with my natural scent. Like, I was comfortable with that. But I didn't want to smell like anything. And I had to come to the conclusion in my mind, like, you are meant to smell like something. Your body is meant to have smells. It is meant to do these things, because without it, it wouldn't be your body. Like, our vaginas are so distinct that nobody has the same scent. Nobody has the same scent. You can have the same exact diet as someone else, same exact regimen as someone else, and your body's chemistry is made up completely different. So therefore, nobody has the same scent or whatever. And that is meant to be. Like, that's how you were created. You are special, which means your vagina is special. And I really, really, really wish that there was a video like this before I used it. So I want you all to ask yourself the question after watching this video, was or are the benefits of boric acid outweighing the harm it can or is causing you? Who knows? Okay, y'all, so I don't want to promote anything that I'm not using, but I know some of y'all are hard-headed. Okay, so as far as the one that if I was using it, would use again, all I will say is check the ingredients list. This one by the Honey Pot, this is the ingredients list on it, right? You might not be able to see like exact words, but you see that it's long AF. This is the ingredients list for this one. Only 2 ingredients. That is saying something. I'm not promoting anything because I'm not using any of them, but I would say look at the ingredients on them if you just have to use it. Also consult your doctors, y'all. Like if your vagina is going to be on fire, it's not going to be on me. Consult your doctors. I do have another video coming out soon. I think I'm going to put out my feminine hygiene routine up next. So stay tuned for that. But until next time, I hope this video helped you all out making a decision on this. I hope you have a good one. Bye.